Jay and Puffy is close, even though Jay lawyer came out and said they're not?
Because Jay-Z and Puff was given an assignment. And that was to destroy East Coast rap. And what I mean by that, and I know people gonna be like, yo, Gene is out of his mind and everything like that. Check this out, bro. Is that New York rappers was getting 80 to 100, 800 to 1.2 million, or something larger than that, and sign with labels back then. And they was getting a lot of money to make albums and records. When they had guys down south that these labels was paying $250,000, $300,000 on record deals, and these guys was bringing back platinum albums and everything like that.
He signed his contract. The big one was with Beyonce. Mm-hmm. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those fucking trophies, came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, listen, if you look at his career,
Wow. You're gonna let him say that? Jay was getting Grammys.
He had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
And he didn't show up.
He had like 20 now.
Hold on.
He had like 18 since he been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
You're not wrong. At the same time,
he got them shits. He started drinking. His pictures were fucking things to cup.
wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
I've absolutely been treated different.
The accolades. Because he's no longer viewed as what, like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
Right? You were connected to the biggest.
Jay got it for the music. Jay got it for the music.
You didn't see.
He deserved those.
I'm sitting there, he's like this, like. Black excellence, they're sitting there like, yeah. It's the billionaire brush.
Oh,
Like,
I hate you, man.
Unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you niggas this year. Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on, bro.
I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. He just looking at his watch during the whole Rock Nation break. Like, is it 3:30?
Yeah, it's almost time to get out.
What the fuck is that?
Yo, I feel like I'm normal again. Get me out of here.
Oh wow! So that's the deal he signed, huh?
Yeah, that's the deal. Like the other ones didn't count as much as that one did.
Ladies and gentlemen, grab your popcorn, lock your doors, and maybe hide your billionaire friends. Because the hip-hop industry just got hit with a plot twist bigger than a Netflix crime documentary. When 50 Cent drops something, it's never quiet. But this time, oh no, this time he didn't just stir the pot. He flipped the entire kitchen table. And according to the internet, the names sitting right at the center of this chaos are none other than Diddy and Jay-Z, now normally. When celebrities drop documentaries, it's a lot of slow piano music, dramatic childhood photos, and stories about the grind. But apparently 50 Cent didn't get that memo. Because instead of nostalgia and inspiration, what fans claim this documentary delivers is something much messier. Whispers, rumors, and industry secrets that people swear were buried deeper than Atlantis. Social media exploded the second the trailer appeared. Twitter started shaking like a soda can in a blender. TikTok detectives pulled out digital magnifying glasses. And YouTube commentators. Oh, they've been working overtime like conspiracy theorists on espresso. Because if what people think they heard is even halfway true, then hip-hop history might need a whole new chapter. And let's be real for a second. When 50 Cent is involved in exposing something, it usually comes with the subtlety of a fireworks factory explosion. This is the same man who treats rap beef like a competitive sport and Instagram trolling like an Olympic event. So when he hints that certain hidden truths about two of the most powerful names in music might finally be surfacing, people start leaning in. The moment 50 Cent dropped the announcement for his documentary Part 2, the hip-hop internet didn't just react. It detonated. Phones started buzzing. Group chats lit up like Christmas trees. And suddenly, everyone was acting like they'd just discovered a secret vault buried under the music industry. Because when 50 says he's revealing hidden truths, people don't expect a calm storytelling session. They expect chaos, controversy, and just a little bit of trolling mixed with gasoline. And let's be honest, Curtis Jackson doesn't exactly have a reputation for whispering secrets politely. This is the same man who treats social media like a boxing ring and celebrity drama like a competitive sport. If there's an opportunity to expose, roast, or embarrass someone publicly, 50 Cent usually shows up early with popcorn. So when his documentary teaser hinted at deeper industry stories involving Diddy and Jay-Z, the internet leaned forward like it just heard a door creak open. Now here's where things got spicy. The teaser didn't scream accusations or throw wild claims around like a reality show meltdown. Instead, it played the long game. Subtle comments, carefully placed questions, a few suspicious timelines. The kind of storytelling that makes viewers pause the video, rewind 10 seconds and say, wait, did he just imply what I think he implied? That's when the online detectives woke up. Within hours, Twitter turned into a full-blown investigation headquarters. Old interviews started resurfacing like fossils dug out of hip-hop history. Fans were clipping decade-old award show moments, podcast clips, and random backstage footage like they were solving a crime documentary. One user joked that the internet had turned into CSI, rap industry. And suddenly, two names kept appearing in every conversation. Diddy, Jay-Z, do. Of the most powerful moguls the genre has ever produced. Two men who turned rap careers into billion-dollar empires. And two figures who have always operated in that mysterious zone between celebrity fame and corporate power. When those names started trending alongside 50 Cent's documentary, people instantly realized this wasn't just another music project. This felt bigger. Because let's talk about influence for a second. Diddy built Bad Boy Records into a cultural empire that shaped the sound of an entire generation. From flashy music videos to chart-dominating artists, his brand became synonymous with hip-hop luxury. Meanwhile, Jay-Z evolved from Brooklyn rapper to business mastermind, stacking investments like Lego bricks until he became one of the first hip-hop billionaires. These aren't just entertainers, these are industry architects. So when a documentary even hints at exploring their rise, relationships, and behind-the-scenes dynamics, fans immediately start wondering what stories might be hiding under the surface. Not necessarily scandal, but the kind of power politics that usually stays locked behind boardroom doors. And if there's anyone bold enough to open that door just a little, it's 50 Cent, because Curtis Jackson has never exactly been shy about discussing industry dynamics. Over the years, he's taken playful shots, sarcastic jabs, and occasionally nuclear-level commentary at just about everyone in the entertainment world. Sometimes it's hilarious. Sometimes it's controversial. But it's always entertaining. So naturally, when viewers heard that this documentary might explore deeper connections and historical rivalries within hip-hop's biggest circles, the speculation started multiplying like rumors at a family reunion. Some fans believe the film might highlight how alliances between artists and executives shaped the direction of the culture. Others think it's a deep dive into the business chess game behind the scenes. Who partnered with who competed for power, and how certain deals changed the entire industry. And honestly, that kind of story alone would already be fascinating, but of course the internet doesn't do calm curiosity. The internet does theories. Memes started spreading like wildfire within hours. One viral tweet joked that 50 Cent is turning hip-hop documentaries into Netflix crime series. Another meme showed a detective board covered with photos of rappers connected by red string like a conspiracy thriller. Even people who normally ignore music industry gossip suddenly became investigators. Comment sections looked like debate panels. Everyone had a theory. Everyone had a timeline. Everyone suddenly remembered a weird moment from 15 years ago that might somehow connect to this documentary. Meanwhile, 50 Cent himself stayed relatively quiet, which somehow made everything louder, because silence from a known internet troll is suspicious. When Curtis Jackson isn't posting jokes or roasting someone online, fans assume he's cooking something behind the scenes. And judging by the reactions already swirling around this documentary, Whatever he's cooking might have the entire hip-hop conversation boiling. But here's the wild part. Not everyone thinks the documentary is meant to expose anything negative at all. Some viewers believe it's simply a bold storytelling project exploring how hip-hop legends built massive business empires while navigating fame, competition, and the constant pressure of the spotlight. A look at the complicated friendships, rivalries, and partnerships that shaped the culture over the last 3 decades. And honestly, that might be even more interesting than drama doc, because when you're talking about figures like Diddy, Jay-Z, and 50 Cent, you're looking at 3 different blueprints for power in hip-hop history. 3 personalities, 3 strategies, 3 legends who helped turn rap from street culture into global business. But no matter what direction the documentary ultimately takes, one thing is already clear. The conversation has begun, and when hip-hop fans start digging through history looking for answers, the story usually gets louder, messier, and far more entertaining before it finally settles down. If the first wave of reactions looked like curiosity, the second wave looked like a full-blown internet hurricane. Because the moment people finished dissecting the teaser, something even more chaotic happened. Reactions from celebrities, bloggers, and hip-hop commentators started pouring in faster than gossip at a Hollywood after-party, and suddenly the entire situation went from interesting documentary to everybody grab your popcorn. One of the biggest reasons the conversation exploded was simple: memes. The internet has a special talent for turning serious topics into comedy within minutes, and this situation was no exception. Within hours, timelines were flooded with images of detective boards, conspiracy charts, and people joking that hip-hop history was about to look like a Netflix crime series. One viral meme showed a picture of 50 Cent sitting calmly while the entire industry panicked behind him. The caption read, "50 Cent pressing upload while executives start sweating." Another meme showed fans with magnifying glasses saying, "Wait, pause that documentary at 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Because apparently everyone believed there were clues hidden everywhere. TikTok. Creators started posting breakdown videos analyzing every frame of the teaser like they were decoding a secret government message. Some pointed out subtle comments. Others focused on the timeline of events mentioned in the clip. A few even tried to map out relationships between major industry players across the past 20 years. It was like watching thousands of amateur detectives suddenly graduate from the University of Internet investigation. But things got even more interesting when hip-hop commentators began sharing their opinions. Some praised the documentary concept, saying it might finally highlight the business dynamics that shaped the industry behind the scenes. They argued that fans often focus only on music and drama while ignoring the complex web of deals, partnerships, and rivalries that determine who really holds power. Others, well, they weren't so calm. A few commentators warned that stirring conversations around legendary figures like Diddy and Jay-Z could spark major controversy if viewers start interpreting things the wrong way. Because once the internet decides a story has hidden meaning, logic usually packs its bags and leaves the building. And that's exactly what started happening. People began revisiting old industry moments like they were scenes from a mystery movie. Past interviews suddenly felt more dramatic. Random award show clips gained new interpretations. Even harmless backstage footage from years ago started getting analyzed. Like it was secret evidence. It was peak internet behavior. 1 popular tweet joked that fans were treating the documentary teaser like it was the Da Vinci Code of hip-hop. Another user wrote, "This documentary got people investigating rap history like it's a cold case." Meanwhile, the reactions from casual fans were even more entertaining. Some viewers were hyped for the storytelling aspect, saying they couldn't wait to see a deeper look into how hip-hop's biggest moguls built their empires. Others were simply excited for the drama. Because let's be honest, nothing spreads faster online than celebrity controversy. But perhaps the most interesting twist in this whole situation was the silence, because despite the internet noise, Most major industry figures hadn't publicly responded yet. No dramatic tweets. No interviews denying anything. Just quiet observation. And in the age of social media, silence can sometimes sound louder than shouting. Fans began speculating that behind the scenes, publicists and managers were probably monitoring the situation closely. Not necessarily because anything shocking was confirmed, but because when a viral conversation starts involving billion-dollar brands and legendary reputations, everyone suddenly pays attention, especially when the storyteller is 50 Cent. Curtis Jackson has built a reputation for understanding how media attention works better than most marketing teams. From music releases to television projects, he knows exactly how to generate curiosity without revealing everything at once. It's the same strategy that made his television shows feel addictive. Drop a hint. Let the audience argue. Watch the conversation grow. And judging by the reaction to this documentary teaser, that strategy is working perfectly. The conversation has spread across YouTube channels, podcasts, radio shows, and social media platforms. Hip-hop blogs are writing think pieces. Comment sections are exploding with theories. Even people who normally ignore rap news are suddenly curious about what this documentary might reveal. And here's the ironic part. The more people speculate, the more attention the documentary receives, which means whether viewers believe the story will be shocking, historical, controversial, or simply entertaining, they're all waiting for the same thing: the full release. Because once the documentary finally drops, the speculation phase will end and the real conversation will begin. By the time the conversation reached its third wave, the situation had officially turned into something bigger than a documentary. It wasn't just a film release anymore. It had become a full-blown cultural moment, the kind that spreads through the internet like wildfire and refuses to calm down because once people started imagining what this documentary might reveal, the discussion shifted from curiosity to consequences. Fans began asking anew question. What happens if the stories inside this documentary actually reshape how people see some of hip-hop's most powerful figures? Now, nobody was claiming confirmed scandals or dramatic secrets at this stage, but the simple possibility of deeper insights into industry power was enough to spark debates everywhere. YouTube panels, podcast hosts, and hip-hop bloggers suddenly started discussing legacy, influence, and reputation like they were analyzing a championship boxing match. And when the names Diddy and Jay-Z enter a conversation about legacy, things naturally get intense. These two men represent more than just successful music careers. They symbolize the transformation of hip-hop from street storytelling into global business dominance. Their journeys are often described as the blueprint for turning artistic success into corporate power. Diddy helped redefine what it meant to be a hip-hop mogul. From record labels to fashion, television, and spirits, his brand expanded far beyond music. Meanwhile, Jay-Z took the concept even further, becoming a symbol of billionaire ambition with ventures spanning sports management, streaming platforms, and luxury partnerships. For decades, both men have represented the idea that hip-hop can sit comfortably at the same table as the world's biggest industries. So naturally, when conversations around a documentary start hinting at exploring deeper layers of that rise, people begin wondering how those stories might influence public perception. And perception is powerful. In the entertainment world, reputation can be just as valuable as money, sometimes even more valuable. A single viral narrative can shift the way millions of fans look at a public figure overnight. We've seen it happen across Hollywood, sports, and music countless times, which is why some observers believe the documentary's biggest impact might not be shocking revelations at all, but simply opening new discussions about how power works in the music business. Because behind every legendary career, there are always untold stories, the deals that almost happened. The rivalries that never became public. The alliances that quietly shaped the direction of entire genres. And when someone like 50 Cent starts exploring those dynamics, the audience knows the conversation won't be boring. After all, Curtis Jackson didn't build his reputation by playing it safe. His career has always thrived on bold commentary, fearless storytelling, and the occasional nuclear level. Joke thrown into the mix. That personality is exactly why fans expect this documentary to feel different from the usual celebrity storytelling. Projects. Most industry documentaries play things carefully. They focus on triumph, nostalgia, and inspirational moments. They show the highlight reel. But when 50 Cent is involved, viewers assume the story might include a few unexpected chapters, and that expectation alone is already reshaping the conversation. Because whether the documentary ultimately focuses on business strategy, cultural influence, or behind-the-scenes rivalries, one thing is guaranteed: people will be talking about it for weeks. The internet loves a story that combines fame, power, and mystery. Add hip-hop legends into that mix, and suddenly the entire culture pays attention. Already, fans are predicting that once the full documentary releases, social media will explode with new clips, quotes, and debates. Podcast hosts will break down every major moment. Reaction channels will analyze every detail, like sports commentators reviewing a championship replay. And memes. Oh, the memes will definitely return. Because if there's one thing the internet enjoys more than celebrity success stories, it's the unpredictable chaos that comes with them. But beyond the humor and speculation, there's also a deeper reason this documentary has captured so much attention. It's about
curiosity. Hip-hop has grown into a global cultural force worth billions of dollars.
Yet many of the most important decisions shaping that empire happen quietly behind closed doors. Fans hear about the music, the awards, and the flashy lifestyle, but rarely the complex business strategies that made those moments possible. Projects like this documentary give audiences a glimpse into that world. World where alliances matter. Where rivalries influence entire markets. Where one powerful decision can reshape the direction of an entire genre. And if this documentary truly dives into that environment, it could become one of the most talked about hip-hop storytelling projects in years. Not because of drama. Not because of scandal, but because people are fascinated by the mechanics of power, especially when that power belongs to figures as influential as Diddy, Jay-Z, and 50 Cent. So as the release date approaches and anticipation continues building, one thing becomes crystal clear. This story isn't ending anytime soon, because once the documentary drops, the speculation will finally transform into reactions, debates, and maybe even a few surprising responses from the industry itself. And if history has taught us anything about hip-hop culture, it's that when powerful names, big personalities, and hidden stories collide in the spotlight, the conversation rarely fades quietly. And there you have it. A documentary teaser that has the entire hip-hop internet acting like detectives in a blockbuster mystery movie. 1 minute people were scrolling peacefully. The next minute timelines exploded with theories, memes, and debates about what 50 Cent might really be revealing about some of the biggest names in the music industry. Because let's be honest, when Curtis Jackson decides to tell a story, it's never boring. The man doesn't throw pebbles, he launches boulders. And whether this documentary ends up being a deep dive into industry power, a historical breakdown of hip-hop empires, or just another masterclass in 50 Cent trolling the internet, one thing is guaranteed. Everybody is watching. The hip-hop world loves drama, but it loves curiosity even more. And right now, the curiosity level is through the roof. Fans are rewinding clips, bloggers are writing think pieces, and comment sections look like debate arenas where everyone suddenly thinks they're an industry insider. But now we want to hear from you. Do you think this documentary is about to drop some serious industry secrets? Or is 50 Cent just playing 4D chess with the internet again? Are people overanalyzing the teaser? Or are we about to see one of the most talked about hip-hop documentaries in years? Jump down in the comments and let us know what you think. And if you enjoy breaking down hip-hop drama, celebrity chaos, and the kind of industry stories that make the internet lose its mind, make sure you smash that like button like it owes you money. Seriously, hit it so hard the algorithm feels it. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because around here the scandals never sleep. Every week there's another twist, another feud, Another celebrity moment that sends social media into meltdown mode? This is Fame Blueprint, where the stories are louder. The drama is bigger, and the truth behind the fame is always just one headline away.